Ayo YouTube, Flowcat here. Welcome to my weekly video. I struggle a lot with putting out consistent videos. I love streaming, but I dislike editing a lot. The weekly videos that I'm releasing are basically to put myself on a deadline each week so that I have to put out some kind of video. Don't expect much from me. As a matter of fact, this week I have virtually nothing. No, I have a little bit of stuff to talk about that actually happened this week in Genshin, but the best idea I've had is to just kind of record what I'm doing in Genshin that week when I'm not streaming, and to put some of that on screen while I'm talking about what happened this week in Genshin, in my account, but also in Genshin in general. Since this is the first week of me doing this, I don't really have a lot to show you. I sort of had a weird relationship with Genshin over the past year since starting my YouTube channel. Kind of wanted to explain a little bit of that, and there's some beautiful B-roll behind, the video for you to watch while I explain. Essentially, when you stream a game like Genshin that has limited amounts of content, limited amounts of daily content, you sort of feel like you need to record or use every little bit of gameplay for content. For this reason, I got very used to doing progression on stream, and when I'm not streaming, basically just do dailies and spend my resin and log out. This has created a situation where I don't really feel good playing the game off stream or doing quests off stream because I don't want my audience or my community members to miss my reactions or the whatevers and whatnots and stuffs. So yeah, the solution is basically going to be me recording all of my gameplay for Genshin, and so that way if something important happens off stream, I can just put it in this weekly video, and it's like, wow, it's amazing. I'm a little embarrassed I didn't think about that earlier, but either way, let's just go ahead and talk about what happened for me this week. This week on my account, I got Baizhu. Baizhu finally came out after actual years of literal years of waiting for him to become a playable character. I do have to admit, I have not fully built him yet. I tend to not pre-farm for characters, so it takes me a little bit of time to get them up to a good power level. I just like to watch the progression of the character leveling up and watch their numbers go up and kind of see how, everything looks as you start leveling up the character. But yeah, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm sure I'll have more information, more teams, all sorts of things about Baizhu that I'm going to be sharing with you. Upon analyzing his kit, he seems like your pretty traditional healer and shielder, but the interesting part of his kit is kind of like Kazuha. He has an Ascension talent passive that boosts dendro-related reactions, and that is pretty dang interesting. It scales off of his HP, which is useful because that's what his healing and everything scales off of. So his damage scales off of attack entirely with no split scaling, it seems, and his shielding and healing is based off of HP, as you would expect from a healer or shielder. Now, I'm not saying this is a flaw in Baizhu's kit or anything, it's just that you kind of have to decide if you want to build him for damage as a driver, or if you want to build him for support as like a shielder and a healer. Personally, I'm going to try to do a little bit of both. I'm aiming to get as close to the 50,000 HP cap as possible, but I'm also going to try to do a balanced crit ratio on him as well in case I want to, throw him in a driver team and use him that way. Other than Baizhu coming out this week, I actually found a chest and some of those geo sigils and leeway, as well as a puzzle that I somehow have just never seen before. What's interesting about this puzzle is that I think it's been in the game since pretty much the beginning, if not the beginning. And what's interesting about the puzzle is that it actually mentions the Yakshas like Alatis and Bosacius. So I thought that this was pretty cool to find after learning everything that we have learned about the Yakshas so far. So I really didn't do much this week on my account. I of course farmed my dailies and I did my resin spending, but I just haven't gotten into the mindset of prepping for these weekly video releases, so I really don't have a lot to show you on my account personally. But I do want to take some time to talk about the kind of content that I do want to show during these weekly video releases and kind of how I think it'll shake out. So I'm thinking for all of the exploration, for all of the world quests, for all of the smaller bits of content that aren't necessarily as exciting, I'll probably save those for off stream and take care of that stuff while recording so that I can share my thoughts and stuff during the weekly video releases. As for main story quests or like character quests, things that are voiced, you know, think about it like that. If the quest is voiced, I'm probably gonna save that for a stream experience because I love having people along for the ride to watch and enjoy as we do these quests. Also, I've been a hankering to redecorate my teapot for like dang near over a year now, so I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be spending some time in the teapot, doing some fun decorations and design ideas that I have, so you can look forward to content of me doing the teapot, building characters, doing world quests and exploration, as well as giving my thoughts on current events like character releases and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm desperately trying to forgive myself for not really having anything to talk about this week, or anything rather like really important to say. Kind of feels like this is just a video for a video's sake, which, you know, feels a little weird, but I think as I give myself some time to figure out what I want to do with my weekly video releases, they will obviously get better. And I think I just need to stick with it. If I release a video and it kind of sucks and it's not important and it's not like, you know, whatever, who cares? It's a video. Wow. So yeah, I think Baiju is cool. I really don't have much to say about him because I like just unlocked that Ascension talent passive. I don't really have him at a power level that's good enough for me to talk about my actual thoughts and opinions on him. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. I've got a Discord if you want to join. We've got a friendly Genshin community. People are also playing Star Rail as well. I have to say, people are rather infatuated with Star Rail, and I have played it, and it's pretty good. I enjoy it, but it just really hasn't grabbed me the same way that Genshin does. And as well, I just feel like Genshin overall is still just a better game in my opinion. It's got years of development under its belt, and I just enjoy the gameplay experience on Genshin fundamentally way more than Star Rail. So yeah, that being said, that's pretty much all I have for this week. I will be back next week with another video release, and I'm sure I'll have more to say then. Until next time, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Peace.